Welcome to Marlins Way, where we find Lone Depot Park. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Boston Red Sox taking on the Miami Marlins. And this is the rubber match, Siggy.
And these games can really shape your season. You always want to come through when you have a chance to win a series. That'll boost confidence amongst the entire organization.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. So just about set now. On the hill here today, Yuri Perez. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure. He's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
And a swing and a miss there.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Slider misses outside.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. Nothing doing for the Marlins. Still behind by a count of 1-0. One out, base is empty. Alex Bregman will hit next. Line drive, base hit, right center field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Now batting, the catcher, Connor.
Dylan Cruz, the next up for the Marlins. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Line to left. It gets down, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Waste no time there. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock. And now they've got some speed on first. So we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Connor Wong now at the plate. That one ripped. Bangs off the wall. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Relay throw home. The tag out.
A lot of real estate to cover on that play defensively. A long throw to the cutoff man, and then a lot of ground to make up as well on the relay. But an excellent job of execution and getting that out at the dish as he tried to make it home all the way from first base.
Swinging a foul out of play. With the go-ahead run standing at second here in the bottom of the sixth. Line drive. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away. First and second, one out. And now the center fielder, Dylan Cruz, 1 for 3. And it's through for a hit. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only one away.
This team really needed to win this game today. It pushed them over the top to win the series, which is great. But when you go on the road in the next series, going into some hostile territory, you want to have a lot of confidence, and you want to be feeling really good about how you're playing, as well as to your left and your right, your teammates, that they're on track as well.
And 9-7 is the final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying, from inside Rogers Center in downtown Toronto, interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Miami Marlins and the Toronto Blue Jays. We have an absolute treat on tap today as two of the game's best pitchers go head-to-head, Singy.
Yeah, and when these two are on, it's nothing short of electric, Boog. Neither of them likes to give an inch. Fierce competitors that have been dominant all season long. Will be a legit pitching duel in this one.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go. Starting on the mound in this one, Bowden Francis. What do you have on him?
Well, he brings into this one an excellent strikeout to walk ratio on the season. And when you consider the amount of swings and misses that he gets, and the fact that he's not issuing free passes, that's going to make him more economical in his pitch count, allow him to move into the middle and deeper part of ball games. So we'll see if that remains true in this one.
Mason Wynn at the plate now as he chases after that one. Next pitch is outside. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
The shortstop takes the ball. One out, base is empty. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's 2 away.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball. And I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Out to short. Tosses across to first. He's out.
Batting third, first baseman Josh Bell.
One down.
Now batting
Mason Wynn
shortstop,
getting
Mason
ready to
Wynn.
hit. Struck out swinging his first time. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
0 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
And there's a ball.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
The shortstop takes the ball. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Hit hard on the ground to short. The throw to first. That's out number 2.
Now batting third baseman Mark Vientos.
2 down, base is
Now
empty.
batting
And
center
now
fielder
here is Dalton Varsho. Ground ball left side. Win. Whips it to first on the run. Pretty nice play there. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We played 4. It's the Marlins 2 and the Blue Jays 1. So a man at first. And the batter now, Mason Wynn. Sandlin in his 6th season, 29 years old, and he was a 2nd-round pick back in 2018.
2-0.
Edwards on at first, nobody out. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
On the ground, a second, might be 2. There's 1, not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
That's what a good sinker is designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Now it's Randy Arozarena.
1-1-1.
Ripped to short. To first. They get the out on Arozarena. And that is that. Blue Jays held in check. And our score remains 2-1. Runner in scoring
Now
position.
shortstop,
No outs.
Mason Wynn.
Mason Wynn, the next up for the Marlins. 0 for 3 in this one. It's in and out of his glove. And now runners at the corners, nobody out. The flip to the pitcher covering. Quick recovery from the misplay pays off for the out. One gone, runner at first. Ty France next up for the Blue Jays. On the ground to short, could be 2. 1 at second. Double play. They can't seem to break through. Inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We look ahead to inning number 8. Mason Wynn digs in now. 0 for 4 with 3 groundouts and a strikeout. And that is downstairs. And that's ball 1.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
That's a ball.
And misses inside.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
And that one lifted in the air center field. Varsho pulls it down. Runner tagging from third. He'll score the sac fly, and they're up by 4.
In that situation, you're looking to get something up in the zone that you can put in the air. Worst case scenario, a sacrifice fly to drive in that runner from third.
First and second, no outs. Leo Jimenez will hit next. Ground ball left side, could be 2. There's 1. On to first, double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
The Blue Jays designated hitter, Ty France.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they looked like they were playing a home game. Excellent job to set the tone for this series.
5-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon. From One Blue Jays Way in Toronto, welcome to Rogers Center. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Miami Marlins and the Toronto Blue Jays. Well, Singy, today's starter has really struggled of late. He's been missing his spots, and hitters are taking advantage.
Boog, and when you're in a slump like this, every little thing feels like it's going against you. He'll look to settle in early and hopefully find that spark again.
Pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go, and starting this one, Jose Barrios. What should we keep an eye on here?
Yeah, and his whip tells you he's been pretty effective this year on the mound. I mean, opposing hitters having a hard time getting on base and then being able to really distract him and do damage in terms of getting around the base path. So we're taking the mound. This is a guy you want out there if you're his teammate, and I expect him to be good in this one.
That one is absolutely belted. In one, hops off the wall, should be extra bases. And that's a double.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. He got a pitch he could get to out front, kept his bat through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over. And that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double.
Now it's Paul DeYoung up to the plate.
You have to find a way to score the runner from third, especially with less than 2 outs. Wait for the pitch you want and hit it as hard as you can.
On the ground to short. Jump throw across his body, and it beats him. What a play.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run.
Now batting, shortstop,
Runner at first
Mason
and 2
Wynn.
away. Mason Wynn now at the plate. Doubled in his first AB. That one fouled off. Wynn goes 5 feet 11 inches, batting second in today's lineup, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Ball one there.
1-1.
Next offering is down low.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at-bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Just missed.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
2 outs. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Not what he wanted to do there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive
Now
and gives
batting,
this offense a
third
good
baseman.
chance to cut into their deficit.
So the lineup flips over. Here's Andres Jimenez. Up the middle. Win. Sends it to first. 2 away now.
Oh, Boog, we talk about
Now
how the
batting,
ball is coming out of
right
the pitcher's
fielder,
hand. The way it comes out of his
Nathan
hand as an infielder. Wow, really
Up
impressive.
next for the Marlins,
2 on, 1
shortstop,
out.
Mason
And at the
Wynn.
plate for Miami, Mason Wynn. And that clips the inside corner.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
The shortstop takes the ball.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
2 balls, 1
In the
strike.
dirt, but kept close. Nothing happening on the bases, though. Dive, and he's got it. Throws from the seat of his pants. There's one to first, not in time. Great effort there.
What an acrobatic play right there. Knocks it down, throws from the seat of his pants, and just looks like he's playing in the backyard. He makes it look really easy.
And now to the plate.
batting,
Here's the Toronto
designated
DH,
hitter,
Ty France. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Whips it across, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Toronto, but they still lead it 2-1. Here's the
Up
shortstop
next
at the
for
plate.
the Marlins,
Mason Wynn.
shortstop, Mason Wynn.
In the
1
dirt,
ball,
and
no
it's
strike.
1-0. And
2
that's
ball, no
downstairs
strike.
and outside. Squirts away a little bit, and the runner holds. Righty delivers, and ball 4, 2 aboard.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have
Up
walked
next
me right there.
for the
Boog.
Marlins,
Last one
third
wasn't
base.
even close.
Now
And
batting,
next for Toronto,
designated
Ty
hitter,
France.
Ty France.
With the tying run on at first here in the bottom of the 6th. Out to short. Slings it across. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. Blue Jays held in check. They're down 3-2. Base is empty,
Up
1
next
away.
for the
Now
Marlins,
it's the shortstop, Mason Wynn.
Mason Wynn.
Jax measures 6 feet 2 inches, 195 pounds, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2016. One out, bases empty. Got him swinging.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing. This team has won the series with the win in this game today, so you got your eye on a sweep. It's not going to be easy to do. When you're on the road, a home team is always fighting to keep themselves alive. So got to come out, execute, play really good baseball tomorrow to complete this sweep.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Miami Marlins and the Toronto Blue Jays. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the brooms to come out, the pressure's definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. First pitch moments away, and on the hill here today, Kevin Gausman. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Mason Wynn in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
Sliced hard but foul.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
The next offering misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
And that'll fall for a base hit. Caught in a rundown now.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes,
Batting
but found
third.
a way.
Third baseman,
You know what they say,
Mark
he couldn't have thrown it
Vientos.
out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in
Batting
there.
8th, third
So up
baseman.
next for Toronto, Addison Barger. And the right-hander deals. Grounds one to short. Win. On the run, sent it over to first. What a play to end the inning. But 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead. We move to the second in Toronto. Blue Jays 2, and the Marlins nothing. One down
Now batting,
at the plate.
shortstop,
Mason Wynn.
Wynn.
1 for 1 with a single so far. And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1. Just missed.
Outside.
The other way. And it goes just foul. 1 down, base is empty. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Kirk makes the grab for the second out.
Now batting, third baseman, Mark Vientos.
Welcome back as we
Leading
take
off
a look
for
at
the
how today's
Marlins,
starting pitchers have
shortstop,
fared so
Mason
far.
Wynn.
Gosman back to work. And there's a foul ball.
You know, these Marlins need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far.
That's
0
outside.
extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
And that one is
in. Ball 2.
inside.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have guys in scoring position because they put themselves there.
And that one ripped to left. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 1 down.
Up next for the Marlins, third baseman.
So 2 outs with
Now
runners
batting,
on the
shortstop,
corners.
Mason
And up
Wynn.
next for Miami, Mason Wynn. 1 for 3. That's a strike. It's 0-1. The shortstop
Ball,
takes the
that's inside.
ball. Next
2
offering
balls,
way off
2
the
strikes.
plate. And he chases that one. They limit the damage here. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors and a couple left on. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Blue Jays 5 and the Marlins 2. 1 down. Now it's Randy Arozarena. Hit on the ground to short. Win. They get the out on Arozarena.
Now batting, the catcher, Alejandro Kirk.
And your final score, 5-2. For Chris Singleton. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Miami Marlins and the Detroit Tigers. Man, Singy, he was on a whole different level in his last game. What an effort.
Yeah, Boog, he had that look in his eye from the jump. Really had the hitters guessing all day. So much confidence on the mound, and the stats back it up.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. So, almost ready to get underway and towing the slab, Jackson Jobe.
Well, I'm interested to see how he deals with right-handed hitters in this one. Righties are batting over 300 against him, so they're not being fooled by really anything. He's going to have to find a way to change up his delivery, change up his look, somehow get them off of his primary pitches and even those secondary pitches. So we'll see how he does it in this one.
Dylan Cruz in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Hard hit right side. Throws to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Marlins 1. The Tigers coming to bat. Back here with my pal Singy, and on the mound in this one, Paul Blackburn. Singy, he's kind of a road warrior, yeah?
I definitely say so. You know, some guys shrink a little bit on the road. They're so used to just, having the comforts of being at home and having the fans behind them. But this guy seems to thrive in adversity and being in some hostile environments. So when you have a player like this on your team that goes out there and competes, you definitely like your chances away from your home ballpark.
Cruz stands in now, looks at that one inside.
You know, these Marlins showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced the starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
In there safely.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
Ripped on a line to center. Torkelson makes the grab, and that is that. And the Marlins down quietly. They still lead it, though, 6-1. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. That's out to center field. Cruz makes the catch, and there's 1 gone.
Now batting,
Blackburn with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups.
Leading off for
Back here in Detroit, we go to the top of the 7th. Here's the center fielder, Dylan Cruz. And a foul ball.
I'm really impressed with this offense. They haven't been timid at the plate at all. They've been aggressive, and they're keeping the defense on its toes. So far, they've got 7 hits within the first 3 pitches of an at-bat, so there's been no time to get comfortable on the mound.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3. Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. On a line out towards center. Flashes the leather on the running catch. And a quick out, number 1.
They trust him in center field because he's capable of making plays on the run, and we saw it right there. That's a player you want patrolling center field. Someone who can attack the ball off the bat.
Cruz stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Runner at second, 2 down. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Now there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Fly ball down the line. Carpenter on the move and makes the grab. And that'll do it.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark.
Welcome to the Motor City. This is Comerica Park, interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Miami Marlins and the Detroit Tigers. We have an absolute treat on tap today as two of the game's best pitchers go head-to-head, Singy.
Yeah, and when these two are on, it's nothing short of electric, Boog. Neither of them likes to give an inch. Fierce competitors that have been dominant all season long. Will be a legit pitching duel in this one.
First pitch coming your way next. All right, just about set to go. And taking the ball for Detroit, Tarek Skubal.
Well, he's putting together a really nice season on the mound. ERA in the low threes. Very respectable when you consider guys are looking to do damage. They're not trying to just walk and hit singles. They're trying to hit homers and draw walks and score runs. So when you have a guy that can limit the other team from scoring more than a few runs, that's really tough to beat game in and game out.
Okay, all set to go. And now for the Marlins, Victor Scott. And that misses. And we're underway.
1-0.
Next offering is down low. 2-0. Late on that fastball.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
On the ground. And that's just foul.
Three balls, 2 strikes.
Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Castro sends it to first. There to beat him by an eyelash.
Batting second, the designated hitter, Xavier Edwards.
Here's the third baseman,
Second,
Josh
third
Smith.
baseman,
He's going to finish with a new career high in stolen bases, Chris. And a rope into center field, base hit. Throw cut off to third, and he's out.
Well, the defense definitely on the clock with that one. Everything had to be perfect to get the runner at third. When you talk about the throw on the money, the relay to third, just a good job all the way around.
Here's a speed threat, Victor Scott. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at bat. And a strike on the outside edge.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. On the ground at first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So only one hit in the inning, the solo homer, and it puts them ahead. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Marlins 1 and the Tigers nothing. Here's Riley Green.
Now batting, left fielder, Riley Green.
Tying run is at first here in the second game of the series. That one hammered center field. Way back there. Makes the grab on a leaping play at the wall.
A lot of room in the center field area, and that's why he knows he's got a chance to run it down and make a great play. Leaps at the fence. Excellent job. Robs the home run to end the inning.
So up next,
Now batting,
Victor
the
Scott
center fielder,
has grounded
Victor
out a couple of
Scott
times.
II.
Now a screamer into the outfield. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. And 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. But they're on top by a count of 3-0. Back at the ballpark
Leading
as
off
we
for
take a
the
check of the
Marlins,
bullpen
center
so far
fielder,
this
Victor
season.
Scott II.
Foley back to work. Late swing, foul to the left.
You know, these Marlins, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've already seen 8 line drives from them, and it's always a good sign when the ball is jumping off your bat. And that's what this offense has been doing so far today.
On the ground to first. Dives and he can't hang on. The throw is late and the defense comes away with
Now
nothing.
batting, the designated hitter, Xavier Edwards.
This is just a nice win. 3-0 ball game. You feel comfortable about the 3 runs that you scored, but you also know that if you're not careful, a bloop, a base hit, and a home run ties everything up. But it was great pitching. Timely hitting really made the difference.
A shutout in this one. 3-0 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.